Okay. Wait. Alright, okay, we're good. Where are we in this game? I don't care about Basler. If you did finish Kashyyyk, okay. I swear to God we did, right? So. Gotta go to Manon. Yeah, that's what I'll do next, Manon. Go, swimming.
KOTOR is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Callow's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again.
Out of my caliber.
Apprentice Darth Bandon shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
700 viewers. I realize you're trying to display power, but if I was fucking Malak right now, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding? I had to go through so much to hire that guy. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude.
Live, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Bandon's a joke. Although his lightsaber special. I can't even use it as a dual, if I recall. But his is special. So. I think it, like, says the damage is weak, like 18 or something, but I think it's buffed somehow. There's always a bug, and it did, like, 30. I don't know why. If it had no... I think it had to have certain mods or no mods. I don't remember. I actually have no memory of how that worked, but I know that it was bugged. And it was better than anyone in the game. Nice frame rate. Cutscene. Let's check and see we're running properly. Seems to be going well.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manon is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Well, they just reused that voice line, like 16 times in this game. Like, her entire tone will change just because they reused the voice line from another part of conversation. I think I'm actually maxed on this, I don't know why I even asked. Exit the Ebon Hawk.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the Galactic Senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The Senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny
Sim.
of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we.
Simpleton?
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Silly or foolish person?
Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
It sounds attractively sadistic.
Yeah, what do you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi.
Yeah, what do you want?
I should not have been rude. No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, yeah, I mean...
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Oh, okay. Sell. I really need to sell. Connie combat suits, yeah. All this fancy shit. Baka's blade. Like how I can like... I might actually give that to Zalbar though. Usually I just sell that for money, but I don't really need money right now, so... Like I really don't need money right now. Kind of the least of my worries, to be honest. Chundar's I can take. He's dead, I think. That's the right guy, right? I have 28 frag grenades. That's a little unnecessary, but should have kept that mesh underlay, cause now I think about it. The guy I can speak to get rid of my problem with the Githka. Yeah, this guy over here. I can pay him like $100 and he like takes my Githka.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar.
And?
You never give up, do you? I admit,
Oh, I
I'm
know.
interested in you. I find you intriguing,
Oh.
compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great
Oh.
You're an
Fuck
awesome
off.
command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it. What? No, of course not. Not like that, anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I have seen you give in to temptation and indulge your baser emotions on many occasions.
Are you sure about
I'm
that?
afraid you are on the
I don't
path
really think I
that leads
have.
to the dark side. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit
I
of
can see
training
that.
you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? Neither do I, and I hope I never do. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause? To use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened.
Yeah, you don't know. You would know all about that, wouldn't you?
And do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes,
Take a drink every time she says dark side.
enough to do what we must.
Do it, Chad, I dare you. Just die, Chad. They hump like fucking rabbits, dude. Fucking $100, dude. I was gonna even try to drag him down more, but it's $100, dude. I don't care. Interacting with me was most pleasant. That's what she said. That's the Sith hangar. I need to go Central Courtyard. I got rid of the Gilska. I got rid of the Gilska. I don't want to talk to the cleaning droid. I want to sprint. Let me sprint. Bounty hunter, I think. Jolene, whatever his name is there. Also, I can start the, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm not even going to talk to the guy. There's a guy here that gives you bounty hunter quests. I recall, you don't speak to him, you don't have to pay the fee. Like, I actually feel like oh wait, it's locked. But maybe you do have to speak to him before it's unlocked. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I've walked right past him before.
Got something on your mind, dude? You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgot what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Ulleran mating season. Oh, frightful.
Hot.
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing? I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me
Enigmatic.
You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny. All of that. Breath like a bantha. Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people are so easily annoyed? Like impatient little children with blasters. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was. No, he wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed too, or this could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing. Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you? Well, now that's the ingratitude of youth for you. I relate an exciting tale, and do I get thanked for it? No. No, it's all me, me, me. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
The KOTOR distribution. That's what this is, right? I gotta find the Republic, right? I don't remember which side goes which, so we'll just wait. Holy, you old fucker, dude. Like, hurry up, man. Oh!
Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Okay. We'll just go over the bar quick. Also, there's swoop races here. Or is this swoop registration? How am I ever supposed to know which word that was? This is this guy, right? You pick up another side quest right here.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place that doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Dialogue.com/talk-to-me-booby. These are courts, right?
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6
Yeah,
against
probably.
a fair fight. The
Those
Sith are
two shouldn't be
cowards who
fighting,
attack
period.
only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
This is a perfectly good point, and I agree with it. Actually, yeah, they really are. Don't fight. Like, literally. Don't fight. Like, you're supposed to be at peace on a world. Don't fight. So that's not hard, to be honest. But they started it. They started it. Wee. Greetings.
Jolie, may I have a moment?
Okay.
There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolie. You command the Force. Without the guidance
That's
of
almost an
Council,
insult,
how can you
Bastila.
avoid falling to the dark side?
This?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes. I want to stop Malak as much as anyone, but I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you are quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
How adamant of you. This way should be to the way where the Republic embassy is. Okay, with Jolie falling behind, dude. I tell ya.
Sure.
I think I'll go for maybe 40 minutes. There's more time.
The Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse
This rate is
trembling
true.
in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
True. I think this might be the way to the Sith base, but let's find out really quickly. I don't need to go there yet. I've also apparently been all the way up there at the top where there's a door, somehow.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. You talk big, but remember what we did to Taris. Maybe you're next on our list.
You don't talk to me like that, boy. Girl, whatever. 2019 actually. I should actually say that. Yeah, it's January 1st, chat, by the way. You guys won't be seeing this episode till mid or late January, but it is January 1st. And this is absolutely the Sith base, so we need to go this way. Yeah, this is swoop, so I'll wait a bit. I don't need to be here yet. I'm gonna do those off screen, I think, for money. The Monano ones were really easy, if I recall. For some reason, I felt like they're. I feel like I always did those in one try. Although the Tatooine one's supposed to be hard. I did those in 4. There's 3 of them. I did it in 4 tries. Like, I failed the second one. Funny enough, the third one's the hardest, and I failed the second one. I did it twice. We'll grab our objective from the Republic. Go over here, talk to the
Welcome
commander
to
guy.
Manon. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. KOTOR is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, KOTOR becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest KOTOR and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our KOTOR supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. Oh, of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manon? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manon. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. Good. It is a very intelligent and skilled individual who can crack the matrices of a Sith encryption system. But there is one last method you should know about, in case all other options fail. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first? Good choice. We've been working at that for a while, but it's been too difficult so far. Maybe you'll have better luck. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
The next episode, we will decrypt, enter, stab. Yeah.